Welcome back to Stasis, Geek. DC, I think they shot themselves in the foot. Now, The Flash has come out and it's coming into heavy flop territory. Yeah, and you could say the 110 million that is done over the opening weekend is because of Ezra Miller, the backlash. But I don't think it is. This movie, I think, could be great. Yeah, it would have been epic. But nobody cares. Exactly the same as Aquaman 2. Nobody cares. Why? Because James Gunn's announcement, too early, Warner Brothers shot themselves in the foot that these characters, ABC, whatever, aren't going to be on them. Your lovable cast that you love, the development that the Snyderverse done is dead. We're going to do a hard reset and start off again. Oh, so what's the point of these movies? Now, there was two options I think they should have done. One, the good option, let the movies come out, then hit them hard, all the fan base with, we're resetting, that's the Snyderverse done, yeah, that should have been it. I think that would have been a good idea. But what they did was, we're going to ignore what's coming out, and we're going to do a hard set, reboot, whatever, after. It doesn't make sense, because if you like Aquaman, what's the point of seeing Aquaman 2? Because gone. You know, The Flash, hard reset, gone. You don't know what's happening with his characters. So why are you going to invest into something you don't know? Because as fans, we're a bit fickle. We like to see what's going to happen. We like to see sequels. You know, if you're a Snyder lover, you like all that universe, you kind of wanted that continuation. You know, I would have loved, and I think most people would agree, Henry Cavill, Superman, announcement, wow. But they didn't. They went, announced, got drawn. So a lot of people were like, I'm done with DC. But the backlash, I don't think there is one. I think it is James Gunn, Warner Brothers, spoke too early. So I think, you know, you're looking at Aquaman's going to have the same terrible scores. I think it's just going to be awful. Because what are you investing in? You're investing in a one-off movie? Now, we've got the Joker 2 coming off, but that's kind of really separate. You know, you can't really invest in that. Even the Batman that came out, that was its own entity. You know, then they didn't merge into anything. But the Flash, Aquaman, they do. So I think they kind of done it wrong. But I think this is like a discussion. You know, it is. Would these movies have done better, in your opinion? I think it would have done. If James Gunn, Warner Brothers just kept quiet until the end of at least Aquaman 2. Because that movie is heading for the same disaster as The Flash. You know, it might be entertaining. It might give you good vibes. But a lot of people just don't care. And I think that's the problem. It's a, what's the point? You know, I'm just going to wait and see what James Gunn comes out with. And then you got kind of the Blue Beetle. I'm just going to say what my girlfriend said. Who? And that's the problem. It should have been, you've got to go in hard. If you're going to do anything with DC, the non people who don't buy a lot of comics, just going to know Batman and Superman as DC. Oh, I know that. They're in that. So I think if you're going to do a reset and you're going to go hard, you've got to do that. You've got to do one of them too. And not doing Henry Cavill, I think that kind of shot yourselves hard in the foot. Especially announcing and then having to backtrack. It was a bit silly, let's be honest. A little bit nice calling it silly. But, yeah, Zack Snyder's bit gone. Is that going to upset? I liked them. Didn't think they were great, but I liked them. They're entertaining. You know, they can be drawn out slightly, but they're good to watch on TV, at least. But they're not great, but they're good. But that's all I've got to say, really, because I want to get comments. I want to say, no, it would have gone that way anyway because of Ezra Miller. Aquaman's going to be because of that. It didn't matter what James Gunn said. He's bringing it all back, and I'm wrong. Or you have another opinion. Yeah, should have kept with the side of Snyderverse and everything. That should have drawn in. Then the conclusion, move on. It's just bizarre. It is. I think The Flash is heading for disaster money-wise. I think the Aquaman 2 is going to head the same way. But, as always, give us your comments if you want to comment. And give us your likes if you want to like. As always, Stasis Geek out.